Hey guys, it's Anthony Bandiero here bringing a roadside chat from Aurora, Illinois. Thank you, Aurora, for being such a great host for Blue to Go training. We really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So this question comes from North Carolina. And the officer says, can you search under the community caretaking doctrine for an unsecured weapon or secure the vehicle that is unlocked on public property by opening the doors and locking the doors for potentially an unsecured weapon? So we've got these questions a lot, right? So you walk by a car, you see a gun in plain view, right? The gun is under the seat. Maybe the person tried to hide it, but it wasn't that well hidden. And can you do something about that? Well, actually, we have a case that is fairly on point from the U.S. Supreme Court, and it's called Katie versus Dombrowski, Chester Dombrowski. And Chester Dombrowski was an off-duty Chicago cop that got arrested for DUI. The officers believed that he had a weapon in his rental car that got towed. They went back to the rental car to go secure that weapon because they didn't want it to fall into the wrong hands, and they found evidence of a murder. The U.S. Supreme Court upheld that search, of the rental car under community caretaking because the officers believed that, the gun would be could fall potentially in the wrong hands. Well, fast forward a little bit to today. A couple things. Number one, we don't want to, just because you have reason to believe that there's a gun in the car, right? I mean, let's say that the person is getting arrested and their car is not being towed, but it's secured and the gun is, say, in the trunk and so forth. I'm not sure the court would allow you, as a matter of routine, depending on what the state, I guess, is, if it's not illegal, to just a matter of routine to just go into the car and secure the weapon. I'm not positive they would do that. So, for example, in Washington State, it's not illegal to have a firearm in a vehicle that's parked and unoccupied, as long as it's not in plain view. But you have to make that decision. Maybe your policy says something like this. But as far as if you see the gun in plain view, Chester is really on point there. Dombrowski, right? They allowed the cops to secure that weapon. The alternative is, can we open up the door and lock, if it's unlocked, and lock the door? I actually don't see a problem with that. I think that's less intrusive than entering the car to grab the weapon and taking the gun with you. At the same time, if you can still see the gun in plain view, that may not be good enough, because you may be missing an opportunity to prevent a smash and grab. So maybe if the gun is in plain view and you can, it's clearly visible to the public, maybe the better view, if the car is open, just to actually take the firearm in their safekeeping so it does not fall into the wrong hands. I guess alternatively, you can hide the gun, but now we're kind of getting weird about it, right? I would think that if the person, the owner of the car, is taking that kind of risk where the car is open and the gun is in plain view, the proper action seems to me to just take the gun in their safekeeping so nobody actually grabs the gun. That's what I would do. I wouldn't play games as far as hiding the gun and so forth. And then how do you tell the person where the gun is, right? You put a note on there. Your local police department hid your gun under the seat. Have a good day. I would just take the gun and leave a card that says, hey, call me for your gun. And also, maybe educate that person that as a responsible lawful gun owner, like I am, you shouldn't have your guns in plain view, especially unlocked cars where people can just grab them and go. All right, that's my answer for you. I think that hopefully helps. The intent of these videos is to help you get it right every single time. Please hit like, subscribe, and so forth. Share with your friends. Until next time, my friends, you definitely stay safe.